Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Great League and let's try to get some wins. So we're going to be using the Chesnaught paired with the Shadow Drapion and the Clodsire in the back. We're going to switch out into the Drapion immediately here. We're going to fire off this Crunch. Once we have it, the opponent does shield, trying to, shield out of this situation. Okay, they actually throw the Future Sight and then dip out of there. We're going to throw this Crunch again. It is going to deal some good neutral damage. We do get the debuff, which is fantastic. We're going to have to take this Surf here. We're going to bank that move, switch out of there, and try to get a farm down with the Chesnaught, because we know that we can resist all of their this charge move. And then we're going to be able to throw this Frenzy Plant here back at this Cresselia. We're trying to throw on timing here so that we can CAP tie. Looks like that's exactly what happens. We're going to get a last shield, which is great. And then we are just going to let this go. Future Sight does get used to take us out. It's fine. Our opponent does snipe our energy, though. So nice play by them. We're going to have to win this game with the Clodsire with the shield. Luckily, we are doing some super effective fast moves. Looks like they do have the Hydro Pump. So a Zoomerol running Hydro Pump here would have been disastrous if we didn't have that shield. We're going to make sure we throw this Earthquake to take out this Zoomerol. Okay, down goes the Zoomerol, and now we have to beat this Cresselia before they get to the Future Sight, and we do get to the Earthquake. So GG's to our opponents, able to win that game barely. Having our Drapion lose that energy could have been brutal, because we could have used that extra damage at any point. But luckily, we were able to recover. On to the next game. We've got the Chesnaught versus the Gastrodon. They are going to switch out of here. They go into the Talonflame. We're going to go into our Clodsire here, which is a little bit more tankier and able to apply a little bit more fast move pressure. We're going to go for this Stone Edge. This is going to get a shield. And then our opponent here is going to throw the move. Here, we're going to have to just shield and hope that we can 2-shield out of this, I think. Because if they're shielding once, they're probably shielding twice. Yeah, there it goes. That makes sense. And then we're just going to match the shield, and we are going to be able to reach the next Stone Edge here if we throw in good timing. So there we go. We're going to be able to take out this Talonflame after 2 shields, and we are in a good spot right now, because they're probably going to come back in with the Gastrodon, get a little bit of farm. There it is. We're going to go to the Chesnaught here, and we're just going to make sure we switch out when they switch out. They have the Wigglytuff in the back. We do not have Sludge Bomb, but we're going to be able to chip away with these Aqua Tails. 2 Aqua Tails here with the Poison Sting does get into the low Ren, and we are able to farm down. So GG's to our opponents. We're going to throw this Aqua Tail here to chip away, and all we have to do is just come back in here with the Chesnaught and throw this superpower, because it doesn't really matter, but we're just getting the game over with. So GG's. Nice management on throwing the moves on good timing and also good alignment. So that game was purely about alignment. All right, Dunsparce, they switch out into the Toxapex. Okay, this is kind of an interesting Pokemon to deal with. We're gonna have to just try to outspam them with our Drapion. We are gonna tank the first Brine, which is fine, and then we're just gonna try to throw on good timing here. This next Crunch potentially gets it into the low red. Okay, they actually shield. We're going to match the shield because we want to take this out, or make sure we switch when they switch. Okay, and then we're going to throw this Crunch right before they get to their move. It does grab a second shield, so that allows us to just go for this next Crunch immediately. It does take out the Toxapex, so that's exactly what we wanted. And now we have a good situation because all the moves are resisted by the Dunsparce. They switch out into their Mandibuzz. We have the Clodsire for this situation. We are going to tank the first Dark Pulse, and then we're going to throw the Stone Edge here on good timing. In Stone Edge against the Mandibuzz, roughly 20-25%. So we're going to have to get to at least, we're going to get to 2 Stone Edges, and then the ensuing Poison Sting should be able to take it out. There it goes. And then we're just going to switch out immediately here. We're going to have to just tank this move. It's going to be resistant. All the moves are resistant. So this is just a hard counter to the Dunsparce, and then we're just going to make sure we just throw this next move here for the KO. So nice lead, and in the back we were able to match their tanky Toxapex with our spammy Drapion, and luckily we were able to break down the shields, take them out, and still come out with the shield advantage. All right, Quagsire here versus the Chesnaught. They do switch out into the Clodsire. So Clodsire switching is kind of iffy, as we are going to go into our Drapion ourselves. Here, they potentially could have Earthquake here, so we're going to shield. Ends up being the Stone Edge. Nice. Bait by them. We're going to keep spamming these crunches. This crunch here does grab a shield, which is great. We're going to shield here. Ends up being the Earthquake, and now it comes down to, can we throw these crunches on good timing? Another crunch does get let go right there. Oh, we tried to switch out, but they were able to get to the Earthquake. Here, we're just going to go in with the Chesnaught here to get a good amount of farm. Oh, they do get some move, but we resist all of the moves. So at least we get them to waste their energy right there. We see that they have the Sand Slash right here. We're just going to go for double super powers. They were trying to get to that Ice Punch after that one Powder Snow. Luckily, we are able to reach it, and then we're going to save that energy, switch out into our Clodsire. We're basically forcing them to use some energy here. They are running the Aqua Tail version, so we're going to force them to use all their energy right here. We barely survive, and we are going to be able to get to this Earthquake. Remember, we do have a move on our Chesnaught, so we're going to spam it as soon as it comes back in, because they were very close to another move, and boom, down goes the Quagsire. So GG's to our opponents, able to win that game barely with the combination of the Chesnaught taking out the Sand Slash and getting the Quagsire low enough that our Clodsire can damage it back. All right. Chesnaught here is not a great matchup. We're going to switch out into the Drapion. They switch out into their Diggersby. So we're going to have to just grab some shields here or try to outpace them. Here, we know that this is going to be Scorching Sand. So we're going to shield the first one. And then we're going to make sure we keep on spamming these moves because we want shields or the opportunity to switch out eventually. Looks like they are going to be able to reach another move. We're going to double shield here. We do get the debuff, which is not great. They switch out into the Wigglytuff. So they have allowed us to match up our Clodsire onto their Wigglytuff. We're going to be able to keep to spam these moves. We know that this is probably going to be the Icy Wind or the Swift, but looks like they go for the Icy Wind, and we're just going to make sure we farm up as much as possible. This Stone Edge here will take out the Wiggly, and then we see that they have the Diggersby still there. Power Punch does get used, so we know they use some energy, and then we're going to switch out to the Chesnaught here. We're going to go for this Frenzy Plant to try to deal as much damage as possible. They tank the move. We know that they probably are throwing Shadow Ball. Yeah, there's a Shadow Ball. We barely survive, and they do get an extra fast move in. Here, we're going to throw this Drapion back in. We do build up to 2 Aqua Tails. One Aqua Tail does get shielded. We have the next Aqua Tail right here. This is going to get them to KO, and we're trying to get to another Aqua Tail, and unfortunately unable to. And no, unfortunately, they were at another move, so that is GG's right there. So well played by them. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.